have difficulties to agree that another looming problem comparable with that of Georgia is going to be Iran. I hope we will have, all of us, enough wisdom not to use force for looking for a political solution to a problem that does exist. But in order to find it, you need first to understand what the problem is and what it is not, which is equally important. Secondly, you need to understand the reasons of the other side when you are dealing with them. First, what it is and what it is not. Current program in Iran is not a weapon, the concerted weapon program, as we have gone through or you have gone through years and years ago. What they are doing, they are creating a capability, allegedly for peaceful use, fully under the IAEA safeguards. And it's a program that gives them a possibility to enrich uranium. A capability to enrich uranium doesn't necessarily mean automatically that the country builds nuclear weapon. Does it give a capability to do so? Yes, materials, enriched material is one of the most important ingredients you would have to have if you do decide to produce a weapon. But currently, it's an American assessment, it's our assessment, there is no ongoing nuclear weapon program. So I understand that there are concerns, but these concerns have arisen as a result of the first phases of this program that were less than transparent. And there are still some questions about the nature of this program and the elements of this past program that hasn't been clear to all of us. In any case, I do not see any reason why one might even think about the use of force. I'd like to underline once again that Russia is certainly doesn't agree that Iran has to have a nuclear weapon. Iran is a member of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, and as a member of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, it has to comply with the treaty. But mind you, all the activities that we know of today that do require implementation of the IAEA safeguards are under the safeguards. The legal obligations for the recent program seem to have been complied with. The questions are still remaining about the past activities. And because of these past activities, there are a number of requirements that the IAEA has advanced and the Security Council has supported that Iran need to do in order to restore confidence in the program. And that is yet to be achieved. The six countries that have initiated a negotiating program with Iran have been working for, I would say very honestly, in order to bring to the Iranians a political solution that would be first beneficial to them and would be reason enough for them to change the current stance on the nuclear program that still leaves some questions unanswered. So if the Iranian government decides to pick up that kind of proposal, and having been part of the process to develop it, I would say it's an honest proposal, and it's a good one. And if the Iranian government decides to pick it up and to develop into an agreement with the six, they stand to benefit from this much more than from any nuclear program that they are running. Moreover, this proposal calls for cooperation even in the development of nuclear energy production in Iran, but in a way that would be based on international cooperation and that would be avoiding any sub-programs that might lead towards concerns about the nature of the program. But economically, technologically, politically, they stand to gain if they pick it up. Certainly one of the big problems in the negotiations so far was lack of willingness of the United States to fully engage, because everybody understands that for the Iranians what is important is not only talking to Russia, we are talking to them as neighbors in various fora with the Europeans, and the Europeans are very significant economic partners to Iran, much more important than Russia is. Say Germany, France, Italy have a turnover of trade 2 to 3 times more each of them than Russia has with Iran, however, it's our neighbor. What was important for the Iranians most probably is if they are to be part of negotiating process, they need to be also reassured that it will serve the sense of security. And great involvement of the United States in direct dialogue with Iran hopefully might help this. Is it guaranteed? No, nothing is guaranteed in this world. But certainly it gives more opportunities and more, if you will, vehicles for exploring with the Iranians a decision that will be political, that will be benefiting the international security, and by implication it will be benefiting the interest of Iranians themselves. So it needs to be a win-win situation, and we need to help our Iranian colleagues to understand that what is being offered is honest, it's helpful, and it's in their long-term interest.